going to try to do a few numbers tonight. Daniel come. Well, I'll introduce everybody after the first song. In the morning now, when you look at your thermometer, it's going to be down there a little ways. It's not going to be up there in the 60s and the 70s. So don't get the rambling fever too much, because just stick around. Kind of what this song might be about. See. When the air is crispy in the morning and the golden leaves begin to fall, when the lonesome birds are all southbound, well then I hear the ramblers call. Then I hear the ramblers call. When the smoke is rising from the chimney to the bluest sky you've ever saw, when the moonlight shines across the mountain tops, then I hear the ramblers call. Then I hear the ramblers call. Well, autumn to the rambler is a lonesome time of year, waiting for the first snowflakes to fall. When leaving's heavy on a wayward heart, then I hear the ramblers call. Well, then I hear the ramblers call. Has painted all the treetops, and the winds blow gently through them all. When the storm clouds gather in the western sky, well then I hear the ramblers call. Then I hear the ramblers call. Autumn to the rambler is a lonesome time of year, waiting for the first snowflakes to fall. Leaving's heavy on a wayward heart, then I hear the ramblers call. Then I hear the ramblers call. Right then. Time of year, waiting for the first snowflakes to fall. When leaving's heavy on a wayward heart, then I hear the ramblers call. Then I hear the ramblers call. Well, I'll just introduce everybody while we're stopped here. Daniel, well, let me start this other end. I want to dwell on him just a little bit. Y'all know Harry, and you don't recognize him because he's got this dobro, and he says he can't play, but he's been playing on that thing how many, about 3 or 4 years or something? 10? 15? Anyway, he's got pretty good at it. Yeah. Of course, you know his wife Lois, and she does a lot of singing. She can sing about anything but bass. She doesn't sing bass. She can sing anything else. Play any instrument there is. Just aggravates you to death, but she can do it. Back there on the bass, you know, y'all been introduced to him. He ain't much to look at, but I'm gonna tell you, he can play that bass. And it don't have a. By the way, it don't have a mic on it. You're hearing it in its true sense. And John also plays the guitar and sings, and he's got a tape or two out and one thing and another, but we're not going to let him sing tonight. Down there on the end, ever since he was about that high, grew up with our children, 3 girls, and he's always over to the house wanting to play music, or at least that's what he said. I always wondered about that a little bit. He wasn't fooling me. Anyway, he come over with a banjo one time when he was about that high, and took him about 3 weeks to get to where he could just pick anything I could. That aggravated me too, you know. Daniel Cummins, and he come all the way down from Lufkin tonight to play with us, and we're glad to have him. In the key of D. Y'all ever listen to country music? You hear Garth Brooks, you won't recognize this song, but this is one of his, one of the very few of his that I try to do. Matter of fact, the only one, called The River. Listen to it, it's got a good message to it. You know, a dream is like a river, ever winding as it flows. And a dreamer's just a vessel that must follow where it goes. Trying to learn from what's behind you, never knowing what's in store, makes each day a constant battle just to stay between the shores. I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Too many times we stand aside, let the waters slip away, till what we find out of tomorrow now has become today. So don't you set up on the shoreline and say you're satisfied. Choose to chance the rapids and there to dance the tide. I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Give him the big hit. There's bound to be some rough water, and I know I'll take some fall, but with the good Lord as my captain, I can make it through them all. I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. And I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Yes, I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Till the river runs dry. Again. It's a new song to me called Mountain Lady. I just heard it recently. Put out by the Pitney family from where I got it. First verse kind of got a line in it that I don't like too well, but the last line of this first verse, don't laugh when I get to it. Called Mountain Lady. You have to kind of picture maybe the Appalachian Mountains or maybe the Arkansas hills there. You ever been in that country and met the natives? Slow down. Mountain lady, do you sit on your front porch in the cool of the day? Mountain lady, do you ever think your kids will come back to stay? Mountain lady, do the columbine still twine around your door? Did you ever get a rug to cover the crack where my diaper drug on your wooden floor? That's the part. Oh, you Appalachian lady, once I was your little baby, and you rocked me in your homemade rocking chair. Since I've heard the wild goose calling, I have done a lot of falling. Mountain lady, someday I'll come to you there. Does the church bells still ring on Sunday morn? Mountain lady, do you wear that old apron ragged and torn? Mountain lady, on winter nights before that old fireplace, as you look into the flames, do you ever call my name? Do you see my face? Oh, you Appalachian lady, once I was your little baby, and you rocked me in your homemade rocking chair. Since I've heard the wild goose calling, I have done a lot of falling. Mountain lady, someday I'll come to you there. Well, this one here gets kind of high, and we're going to try to do it up here. I may not make it. Feel it. First time I heard this was from a Cox family. You ever been? Who all has been to Cherokee, North Carolina? Looky there. 'Cause that's what this is about. Kind of a short song. Tells about a Cherokee Indian who got restless and left. I guess he drove over the Smoky Mountains back to the north there, and I can picture all this happening, you know. Just listen to the story. Maybe I'll get it. I'm a Western North Carolinian, made of stone in the red clay soil. Got Cherokee blood deep within me. When I was born, it began to toil. I left my home, I crossed the mountains, see what kind of life I'd find. I searched the world in all directions, try to cool this restless mind. This thing never did do what I wanted it to. I found myself on a lonesome journey, the streets of gold. I tried Well, if you be, I'm gonna do a gospel song here. We do a lot of them, a lot of gospel songs in East Texas. Probably of the songs I know, I don't know, probably half of them are gospel, and that would wind up, believe it or not, being several gospel songs. This here's called "Love Roll Away the Stone" by Vern Gosdin. Sung this. Y'all know Vern Gosdin? Well, he lay there in darkness, all alone and lost, all prepared to face the bitter end. They'd left him there indecent and nailed him to the cross. They knew his heart would never beat again. Then love rolled away the stone, and he rose from the ashes where he lay. His heavenly Father had come to take him home, and love rolled the stone away. Gathered round him, they took him by the hand. Jesus knew his earthly work was done. When the gates of heaven opened into the promised land, glory to the Father and the Son. And love rolled away the stone, and he rose from the ashes where he lay. Had come to take him home, and love rolled the stone away. Yes, love rolled away the stone. Yes, love rolled away the stone. Well, when y'all okay, we're going to do probably a couple, three more here and quit. Well, how many people have been to Louisville, Kentucky? Oh, y'all get around, don't you? How many of y'all ever heard of Grandpa Jones? Okay, well, this is not going to sound like Grandpa Jones, but I'm going to do the best I can with it.
You don't look much like him either.
All 8 more miles? She had to say that, didn't she? Well, that's pretty good, though, ain't it? Don't look like Grandpa
Right.
Jones. He never did look very good.
We're going to be up there a couple days or 2 days next week.
You are?
Yep, we're going to Louisville next week.
Wow. How about that? Hope I get this. I've traveled o'er this country wide, seeking fortune fair. I've been down the coastline, I've traveled everywhere. From Portland east to Portland west, traveled o'er this land. I'm going now to a place that's best, that old hometown of mine. And 8 more miles to Louisville seem to come in my view. 8 more miles, this old road, I'll never more be blue. Well, I knew someday that I'd come back, I knew it from the start. And 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. There's bound to be a girl somewhere that you like best of all. Now mine lives down in Louisville, she's long and she's tall, but she's the kind that you can't find around the north of this land. I'm can picture in my mind a place we'll call her home. An humble little hut for two will never want to roam. The place that's right for that love side is in those Bluegrass hills, where gently flows the Ohio near a place called Louisville. And 8 more miles to Louisville, it's coming in my view. 8 more miles, this old road don't ever more to do. Well, I knew someday that I'd come back and hear it from the start. And 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. We'll do this one, and then somebody wanted me to do Go Rest High on the Mountain, and I'll try it. Been a while. I kind of hate to sing this one. It's kind of disheartening, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's in the key of G. Oh, there ain't nobody gonna miss me when I'm gone. But my old dog Rover. There ain't nobody gonna miss me when I'm gone. There ain't nobody gonna mourn for me too long. I want to write these words upon my headstone. There ain't nobody gonna miss me when I'm gone. For years and years I've roamed this wide world over. My rambling and my roam days are done. The only friend I have is my dog Rover. Now there ain't nobody gonna miss me when I'm gone. There ain't nobody gonna miss me when I'm gone. There ain't nobody gonna mourn for me too long. I want to write these words upon my headstone. There ain't nobody gonna miss me when I'm gone. Been patient, kind of true to me, old Rover. You're the only one that's never done me wrong. Come close while I pet your head, old Rover. Now there ain't nobody gonna miss me when I'm gone. Once I had a loving mother, dear and daddy. They've gone to a place where angels love to dwell. They found eternal rest way up in heaven. Where I find my reward, no one can tell. Oh, there ain't nobody gonna miss me when I'm gone. There ain't nobody gonna mourn for me too long. I want you to write the words upon my headstone. There ain't nobody gonna miss me when I'm gone. Sickening to think about, but maybe a lot of truth to that, you know. Anyway. Yeah, you know how that goes.
That's 2 of us, Leon.
That's 2. That's 2. 3. E flat. E flat. What's wrong, John? What? Put your capo on. Okay. We're going to try to do Go Rest High. I guess that's the last one. Unless Anna wants to come up and sing a song. Unless Anna wants to come up and sing a song. Well, I'll be. Is she coming?
Look at that. Look at that. Uh-huh. There you go.
You know, I asked her all week to sing a song, but she told me she wasn't going to do it. Now, I have no idea what she's going to sing. Help her up here, Daniel, would you? The poor old thing had a birthday here a while back, and it's kind of been a telling on her. What do you want to sing? I'll have to think the key now. Give us just a second. two, please. Oh, we'll stay in the same one. We're gonna do one of Smokey Pierce's songs that he sang a lot, and it was my next door neighbor and very good neighbor for many years, and become one of my very closest friends. We miss him, and he loved to play and sing and did a lot of it. This is one of the songs he sang. His age was 7 years today. He don't know what it is to play. Each night before he goes to bed, this little prayer he always said. And now I lay me down to rest. Please God, please bring me happiness. I'm praying so all my dreams come true, and I can run and play with you. His name, they call him Willie Roy. He's just a little crippled boy. The tears, they now roll down his cheeks. I wiped them away so he can sleep. And now I lay me down to rest. Please God, please bring me happiness. I'm praying so all my dreams come true, and I can run and play with you. Someday I know you will go out and romp with me and play about. Now I won't scold you when you cry. Oh, Willie, son, my boy, good night. And now I'll lay me down to rest. Please God, please bring me happiness. I pray so all my dreams come true, so I can romp and play with you. Can you see that? Yeah, well, she don't need to see it. Once I walked in the paths of sin, and I called the world my friend, but no peace nor contentment could be found. Then I met a man one day, took my guilt and sins away. He picked me up when the world let me down. Picked me up when the world let me down. With his love he put my feet on higher ground. Now I'm walking in the heavenly way since Jesus turned my night to day. Picked me up when the world let me down. Satan will try to blind your eye, make you think you're satisfied, but his chains of sin and shame have got you down. But I know what'll set you free, talking about Jesus who did it for me. He picked me up when the world let me down. He picked me up when the world let me down. With his mud he put my feet on higher ground. Now I'm walking in the heavenly way since Jesus turned my night to day. He picked me up when the world let me down. He picked me up when the world let me down. Well, I guess I better do it. Have to have a loss to keep me straight here. Just an old country preacher with the Bible in his hand, preaching out the gospel truth that we all understand. A great big smile upon his face, a handshake that is grand. Just an old country preacher with the Bible in his hand. If you're seeking for the blessed Savior in your heart and soul, get to know that little preacher, he's a living down the road. He's just a little humble man God is working through. Just an old country preacher, and he's praying now for you. Just an old country preacher with the Bible in his hand, preaching out the gospel truth that we all understand. Just a little humble man God is working through. Just an old country preacher with the praying out for you. See him in his little church, how humbly now he prays for our boys in wars and battle, that God would lead their way. His tear-stained Bible is a symbol that he's praying for. Like our old country preacher, you can find him near and far. Just an old country preacher with the Bible in his hand, preaching out the gospel truth that we all understand. It's a great big smile upon his face, a handshake that is grand. Just an old country preacher with the Bible in his hand. Be a witness if you will help my weakness. I know that I'm not worthy, Lord, of thee. My eyes of faith, I see thee upon the cross of Calvary. Dear Lord, I cry, let me thy servant be. Jesus, I'll stand for thee, dear Jesus, though death may come my way. He loves me.
He loves me, and He'll always be our friend.
If we will live
If we will live
our life for Jesus,
our life for Jesus,
guide us
home to be with
Him. When our burdens here heavy and you feel so all alone, sometimes seems you don't have a friend. You need to call upon Jesus, let Him take you by the hand. His eternal love has no end. He loves you.
He loves you.
He loves me.
He loves me, and He'll always be our friend.
If we will live
If we will live
our life for Jesus,
our life for Jesus,
guide us
home to be with Him.
That was your split break, Harry. Down here we are living in this world of sin. It's easy for old Satan to take a hold. If we don't go astray and we'll keep the righteous way, we'll have a home in heaven, I know. He loves you.
He loves you.
He loves me.
He loves me, and He'll always be our friend.
If we will live
If we will live
our life for Jesus,
our life for Jesus,
He'll guide us
home to be with Him.
We will live our life for Jesus. He'll guide us home to be with Him. Men are praying, two men are praying. There were two men praying for the Lord. One was a sinner and one was a Pharisee. Two men are praying to the Lord. The Pharisee was proud. He shouted out loud, "Oh God, there's no dirt on my hands. I'm perfect, I'm strong. I've never done wrong. I'm glad I'm not like the sinner man." There were two men praying. Two men praying. There were two men praying to the Lord. One was a sinner and one was a Pharisee. Two men praying to the Lord. The sinner looked down with face to the ground, ashamed to even lift his trembling bowl. "I'm guilty, Lord," he cried. "I'm weak down inside. Have mercy on me, for I am lost." There were two men praying. Two men praying. There were two men praying to the Lord. One was a sinner and one was a Pharisee, and two men praying to the Lord. Well, the Bible said the Lord listened to each prayer. Listen, and He gave it awesome thought. And the Pharisee stayed like he was before he prayed, but the sinner, he found God's heart. There were two men praying. Two men praying. There were two men praying to the Lord. One was a sinner and one was a Pharisee. Two men praying to the Lord. Getting A flat. When I was a little boy in Missouri, this is one of the first songs that I remember singing. My mother she could play a guitar and a piano, and she could sing high and about any other way you want to sing. And of course, I guess that's where I kind of learned a little bit of mine. And back in those days, we sang the song, Will the Circle Be Unbroken? I'm sure most of y'all are familiar with that song. And we sang different words back then than they do now. And I found this down in the valley a few years ago, and I copied it down. I want to do the words to this song. And what I'd like for you to do is listen real close to these words. And if you got something on your heart tonight that you'd like to fess up to or face, this would be a good time to do it, because there's going to be a time whenever some of my mother and daddy's gone, and I want to meet them in heaven. That's a desire of mine. And if you're not sure about that tonight, think about this. There are loved ones up in glory whose dear forms we often miss. When you choose your earthly story, will you join them in their midst? Will the circle be unbroken? Be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. One by one the seats were empty, one by one they went away. Now that circle has been broken, will it be complete someday? Y'all stand and sing with me. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Thank you very much.